watch is difficult. I wish I could feel safe and relaxed in my own home. I wish I could stop worrying about her opinion all the time. The next evening, there was a big family dinner. There were many guests. They wore expensive clothes. Olivia was watching me. My heart beat fast. I looked at Matthew. He was sitting next to me. I was happy that he was there. Suddenly, the room became quiet. Everyone stopped talking. Olivia stood up from her chair. She looked serious. Olivia held a white paper in her hand. She said, "Attention everyone, I have something important to say tonight. We have a problem at this dinner. We have a liar sitting at this table. Someone here is not telling the truth about who they are. I have found a serious crime." Matthew held my hand. He looked worried, but I could not look away from Olivia. Olivia pointed her finger at me. She looked straight at me and said, "Jessie is not who she says she is. My son Matthew married a fraud." I froze. My entire body felt heavy. I looked at Matthew, hoping he would stop his mother. Matthew spoke loudly. He said, "Mother, stop." But Olivia did not listen to her son. She held the paper high for everyone to see. Olivia said, "I did some research about Jessie. Jessie said she went to art school in Paris, but this paper proves that she did not finish her degree. She lied to everyone here. She is a fraud. She is only here for the family's money." The room became noisy. People began to whisper. They looked at me with shock. I felt very small. I looked down at the table. The paper told the truth. I did not finish the degree. I had a reason for leaving school, but I could not say it now. I could not tell these strangers my story. I looked up at Matthew. His face was full of confusion. Matthew looked at me and said, "Jessie." He waited for me to speak. I could not breathe. I knew I needed to leave. I stood up quickly. I did not look at Matthew or Olivia. I turned around and ran. I went outside to the garden. My eyes were full of tears. I was afraid that my marriage was over. I was afraid that Matthew would leave me. I loved him very much. I could not live without him. Would Matthew believe his mother? Then I heard footsteps. I looked up. It was Matthew. He looked worried, not angry. He sat down next to me. Matthew looked into my eyes. He said, "Jessie, please look at me." I looked at him. I saw only love in his eyes. Matthew asked me again, "Is it true, Jessie?" I knew I had to tell him the truth. I said, "Yes, it is true that I did not finish my art degree in Paris. But Matthew, I did not lie to hurt you. I had a reason for leaving school." Matthew did not move away from me. He moved closer. He held my face in his hands. Matthew said, "I do not marry papers, Jessie. I do not marry degrees. I married you." He leaned down and kissed me. Matthew held me for a long time. I realized that his love was much stronger than the scandal. It was stronger than his mother's anger. Matthew was a very good husband. He chose me over his rich family. We left the house quickly. We did not say goodbye to anyone. Matthew drove away from the city. We found a small hotel. We sat on the edge of the bed. I told Matthew everything. I told him about the art school in Paris. I told him why I stopped my studies. Matthew listened to every word. Matthew told me that he understood. He said that my past